All right, everyone, here we go. Friday reading, one card for each sign. We're going to paint a whole entire picture of the soulmate cycle here. All right, it's a painting. Watch everything that matters to you. Let me fix my mic here. Watch everything that makes sense to you. Doesn't matter what your sign is. Obviously, watch everything that's in your chart, but you can take it further than that. Anything, you're all connected here, okay? I'm going to get right in on this because this pre-shuffle backs up every reading I've been doing lately, including the 3 quick cards I did just the other night. Okay, so let's take a look. Let's see where we are here before we do our weekly reading tomorrow, which is 1 card for each sign with clarifiers, and we paint a picture that way with a pile of cards on the table. Let's see where we're at. All right, I'm glad these Friday readings are getting popular. Okay. First, I have a pre-shuffle. It's a general reading. It may or may not resonate with you, but if the title brought you in here, you found Steve's Love Tarot, you found it for a reason. These are current energies, so they're technically timeless. And you're all on different timelines, so they're going to happen at different intervals for all of you. But what I've got here is very clear. It's similar to what I got in my 3 card the other day. I got a Burger King. I got a King of Wands. Right? Pride, ego, you know the person, got to have it their way. I'm going to run because I don't want to be vulnerable. All that kind of, all that kind of shit, right? Underneath that is the 5 of Wands. Up in their head. 5 of Wands, dragons, creating stories up in their head, right? Could be conflict on their side too. That could be there. I will tell you, but you can believe it if you want, I don't care. But as I started shuffling for this pre-shuffle, the 8 of Swords flew out onto the floor, okay? So, they're up in their head. And I get the 5 of Wands here. About what? About the sun. About forward movement toward happiness. Okay? About reaching out. About getting some clarity. Giving some clarity. Talking. Right here. Crossing the sun is temperance. This is the energy of March, as we saw in my Q1 reading. It's the baseline energy of the whole damn month. It's balanced energy. It's happiness. It's someone, again, I got a rainbow on this card. You can see it up top there. Someone's chasing rainbows here. I know it sounds corny to hear Steve Love Tarot say that because I swear and shit all the time, but fine, they're chasing fucking rainbows a little bit. They're up in their head about this behavior. And again, a lot of what's been happening lately has brought a lot from the depths up to the surface. Everybody, not just your person, everybody, including you, me, everybody's looking at things that they haven't looked at in a while. And right here underneath that is the 8 of Pentacles. Now, this energy, it's separate from these. This energy is someone who's trying to distract themselves, okay? Working on practical concerns and all of that. Thinking about love from a brainy, logical perspective rather than feeling it. But I'm here to tell you, and this backs up all the energy I've been getting, is a tower crossing it. It's going to cause a tower if they do that. They can't. Why? Because of the Hermit. Well, excuse me, the moon right here. The Hermit. It feels like Hermit energy. She even looked like a hermit a little bit. But it's kind of a moony hermit energy. It's everything from the depths coming up to the surface. That's why it causes a tower when they try to look away, because this connection represents happiness. It's always, in this cycle in particular, this soulmate cycle, the connection energy, okay, is always, most time, more either the 10 of Cups or the sun, okay? It really is. And now when I talk about the connection energy, I just wrote an article on my blog, a 2-part article called Famous by 3. I said everything is 3s, right? Well, I've been telling you that since the day I got here on YouTube. I said your connection is an energy all its own. We call it the connection, right? And each of you on either side are also energies. I don't know how your math is, but that's 3. That's 3 energies. So the energy of the connection itself, the third energy, if you will, the fulcrum of it, is the sun. It really is. And what's on either side is one person, the divine feminine, who's like, hey, where'd you go? And on the other side is someone who went. They ran because of ego and pride and all of that. This pre-shuffle pretty much sums up everything that's in the energy right now, and it leads us into March. That's why the weekly reading tomorrow, I'm going to shuffle the deck, 1 card for each sign. That's why the weekly reading for tomorrow, which takes us up to about March 5th, from the 27th of February through about March 5th. That's going to be a powerful week because we're cutting through that new moon in Pisces on the 3rd, which I'm pulling a reading on, by the way, on Sunday. So that's my plan anyway. So we'll see. This is some shit happening right now. Let's shuffle the deck here. Give me the soulmate cycle, universe. Let's do a Friday reading. It knows what I mean by that. Let's paint a picture. One card for each sign. We'll have the witches tell it to us today. I've been loving this deck. This deck and I have become very good friends. All right, here we go. Let's see. You ready? I got it. Everything that falls on the table, everything, the overall energy of all of it, all 12 cards that are going to hit the table, is the Knight of Pentacles. It's stopped in this witch's deck. It's not moving forward. It's not moving backward. It's somebody holding the pentacle to bring you the offer, whatever, the explanation, whatever. Right? There is a practical energy here. They are thinking about things practically, which is a problem, which is why this person stopped here. Because, you know, there's water there. That's love. You just go for it. Right? It's like a leap of faith. But that's where we're at. And we see why. We can't have any other card but this. Here, stopped energy. Because of what we saw in the pre-shuffle. Right? Up in the head and that 8 of Swords that flew out while I was shuffling for it. All right, let's go. Let's do this. Aries, you ready? Here we go. Aries, the Hermit. I predicted it earlier. I said that moon card felt like a hermit. The first card out. And remember, we're painting a picture here. Right? This is like on Bob Ross when he just wets the canvas. Right? And puts that first color down. It looked like a children's kindergarten finger painting. Right? Before all the mountains and trees and everything. It's a very important position here for everyone, especially Aries, if you're an Aries. And I'll have the universe add all this up at the end with 3 cards. Don't worry. But let's see. Our picture starts with somebody who can't ignore it. Who's the soul is awake. It's pushing everything they tried to push back is coming to the surface. See, I'm drawn to the little light that the Hermit's holding there. Taurus, strength. Taurus, every time I pull a reading for you in particular, it's somebody you were either with or weren't with. It doesn't matter. They ran from you like crazy. They thought the grass was greener on the other side. And it wasn't. And there's so much fear around this card. It's almost like they have a lot, because we had that King of Wands in the pre-shuffle. They have too much of an ego to tell you how they really feel. I think they're getting the strength up to do it, though. This Lion looks pretty content. We'll see. I think you've got an energy update coming up in the coming week for sure. Gemini, the 7 of Pentacles. Gemini, you absolutely had an effect on this person's life. They're taking stock of that. That's the incoming energy. But you need to take stock on what they taught you as well. Okay? You need to think back on that. There's a timing issue here about something. And we're not clarifying in this reading. We'll find out more in tomorrow's weekly reading. But they are thinking about you a lot. Okay? They are. I know. Yeah, big time. There's probably some fear. Some of the fear from the strength cards bleeding over. But it's because, you know, you're very different from what they're used to. Most of you are anyway. All right, Cancer, the hot spot of the connection. Everybody pay attention. This is also an important, this is important for everyone. And there it is. The card that flew out of the deck was the hot spot, was the main message. It's right here. It's the 8 of Swords. Cancer in particular, talking to my Cancerian people, my poor suffering water sign there. This person is just thinking about you to a point where they're paralyzed. Your energy with this, you can take this 8 of Swords, and it is this stopped Knight right here. All they want to do is come towards you, and that's been coming up in your readings. We've been seeing that. I wish I could clarify that, because I feel movement on the 8 of Swords. I think this girl on the card is figuring out that she can get out of here, and she can get out of all of this. Male or female, it's a she on the card, okay? We'll see tomorrow when I pull the weekly reading. Leo, the Leo soap opera. Oh, I love it. Oh, Leo. We always get some... Ow, 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 ow. Okay, that's all I'm going to say. That's it. I'm going to move on. No, I'm not. Three of Swords. Somebody is, just wait for it. Whoever this is, just wait for it. They're healing. I think the deed is either about to be done or going to be done where they get away from toxin. This person, there's three energies here. One, they're heartbroken over what's happened here with the soulmate connection because they're really feeling it. Two, they're heartbroken because they got hurt in the past by the toxic energy that's around them. And that hurt can manifest differently in all of you. You're all dealing with a different person. But the third energy here is the energy that brings the soulmate cycle together, the separation period to an end. It is the most powerful energy that does it. It is very strong. This person is not going to have a good week. I can't wait to see the card you get in the weekly reading. That is, wow. Virgo, wow. Two of Swords. Virgo. I did a reading for you recently. You had somebody new coming in, most of you. The energy we used to call the brown dwarf, which is another deep soul connection. Okay? From the one that, aside from the one that you've been watching tarot readings for a while. You're going to have a big decision to make very soon, Virgo. I don't think it's here yet. But when it is, I don't want you to get in your head about it. I want you to feel the answer. Okay? Apply logic with your brain. Yes. Make sure you're not doing something stupid. But feel the answer. Right? Think of your soul, like I always say, as Toucan Sam. He always followed his nose and he found Fruit Loops. You're going to find you some Fruit Loops, but not if you get stuck in your head. Alright? Libra. Ace of Swords. You're about to find out something very soon. I believe in March you will. I believe you're going to find out how somebody feels about you or what the hell happened here. Okay? That's the energy I get off this. That's the energy I get, and that's what I'm telling you. Alright? I'm not clarifying. We'll see what happens in the weekly reading. But watch your March reading. Okay? I mean, I know it wasn't spectacular, but I still think it's good that you find out something. I still think there's some closure coming. Somebody's having an aha moment. And you may have one yourself as well. So it could be a little bit of too little too late for that person. I don't know, but we'll see. Scorpio, Three of Pentacles. Scorpio, you're doing something. Okay? This isn't... Your person, on your person's side, there's two energies here. And your person's back and forth. We talked about that in your March reading. You hold the record for the Eight of Wands here in these one-card readings. But on the one side, your person there's no foundation here, and that makes them nervous. There's no foundation with you. But on the other side, you're putting your life together. You're doing something. You're doing your shit. You're building a new business. You're writing something. You're doing something. You're more open to working with others and collaborating than you were prior to this connection that hurt you coming in because of what you've learned from it. That's the energy that's there. It's very nice. Okay? As far as your person goes, well, they want to work. There's no foundation. There's no foundation of trust or anything, which is obvious. And they're nervous about that. I get a nervous energy. I'm not clarifying, but I do. Sagittarius. Seven of Swords. Sagittarius. There is something. There's something off here. It's an energy of pure deception. Okay, somebody's been wearing a mask. That's the easiest way to phrase it. I wish I could clarify. It is the way it landed. It landed really on top of Leo's card here. I believe that's true. I believe there is some pain here, but somebody's been wearing a mask, and they need to get over it. Again, I wish I could clarify, but I've got to say I think they're thinking about it a lot, because I can clarify a little bit with the Knight of Pentacles, because its energy applies to everybody. It's stopped. There's an offer there. Somebody's getting real, I think, but they've been wearing a big mask. You're going to find out some truth too, I imagine. Capricorn. Ten of Cups. I hate delivering messages like this. I remember your March reading vaguely. The person that you think how do I phrase this? It's tied a little bit to Sagittarius' Seven of Swords here, the energy. The person that you think is your person, in other words, the person the twin flame deep soul that you've been waiting for, the one who ran from you, your runner. Your runner has also been wearing a mask a little bit. They're not exactly the fairy tale that you think they are. In whatever way that means to you, it could be big or small. I don't know. Okay? But you're the manifester of your own happiness is kind of what the energy is saying there. The energy is very strange because it's stopped. And when it gets stopped, not unlike a traffic jam, it backs up on itself. So we've got a lot of bleeding energies here that are together. Whether, like for Capricorn, whether Sagittarius is in your chart or not makes no difference. This energy is just bleeding over, as is this, as is that. I think you're going to find out something that's going to cause you to be a little bit confused. Was I wrong here? Kind of a thought process. Aquarius, Eight of Wands. Aquarius, two energies. One, I remember your March reading, but one, fast forward movement, right? You're moving forward in your life. But also, I swear to you, somebody's going to tell you very soon how they feel about you. It is a strong card of communication. The first message that came out to me when this hit the table was communication of some kind. I don't know, maybe you're going to tell someone, maybe you're going to speak your truth. I don't know. But somebody definitely is coming towards you. You, on the other hand, on the flip of that energy, are moving forward in your life. And I suggest you keep doing that, like I said in the March reading for you. Pisces. I was looking at the monitor. I'm pointing in the wrong place. Pisces. But that's a Freudian slip. Your energy is probably tied to this Three of Pentacles. It wouldn't surprise me in this reading. Everything's blending together. Ace of Wands. Yep, somebody's coming to work on things. You are tied to that Three of Pentacles, and you are, as always, tied to Leo energy. Don't even have to know a Leo. This isn't astrology. It's tarot. They're not the same thing, okay? The astrology, the planetary movements pull on the energy. I have to account for that as an energy reader. But I'm just reading energy here. That's all I'm doing, okay? I'm not an astrologer. You're tied to this angle right here. This Three of Swords, this Three of Pentacles, and this Ace of Wands. That's you. It's a passionate new beginning with somebody who's just had it with what's on their side, and or had it with the pain that they feel because there's no foundation with you. And they want to at least establish something, okay? They don't want you gone. All right. Let's pull three cards from the universe. Let's see what the universe has to say. I'll pull them from the Light Seer deck. Let's go. Let's have the universe add this painting up. It really is this Knight of Pentacles. It really is stopped energy. The energy is all backing up on itself. Even when we look, at the hot spot of the connection cycle, it's 8 swords. So that bleeds over onto everything. All right, let's go. Let's see here. Give me 3 cards and a bottom card, universe. 3 cards and a bottom cards. Add all this up. What is the current energy right now? All right. Let's see. Let's see what the math is on this. I see the bottom card. The Fool. That makes sense. The Six of Swords. The bottom card I'll show you will be crossing this. Okay. And the Hangman. Our stopped energy. It had to show up here or this whole reading would be scrapped. Okay, I can't add up a stopped energy, just get done telling you it's a stopped energy, and then not have a stopped energy show up in the math from the universe. So right there validates the whole read. These are read center, left, right. This is someone, again, the energy of the connection is about moving things on to calmer waters. You all have something you need to straighten out here. You all need to build a foundation. Your person's all in their head. All of your people have things coming up from the depths to the surface, and all of your people are in some level of pain and participating in some level of deception, wearing a mask of some kind, okay? If they weren't, you'd be with them. There's a leap of faith that needs to be taken here. All of your people see it as a bit of a risk to come towards you, which is why they're stopped, because they're not used to feeling these emotions that they're feeling right now, okay? But the crossing card of the Six of Swords is the Ten of Swords. All right, tens are the end, absolute dead end in tarot that lead to a new beginning. All right, this Ten of Swords crossing the Six of Swords is about putting in it. Is about somebody. It's kind of a stopped energy in and of itself, but it's the end of the choppy water. Somebody needs to end something on their side, either a way of thinking. It applies to all of you. Somebody needs to end something on their side. There's always a third energy. Always. I just wrote a whole fucking 2-part article about that. Whether it's an energy within them and their behavior, if your person lives alone by the airport with Cheetos and a cat, or if they're married, or if it's a family dynamic that puts stress on them, or if it's a career that's been long past its expiration date for them, whatever it is, these people all need to snap the fuck out of it. They all feel the connection on a high level, but it's their ego, their pride, vanity, who knows, that's keeping them at bay until they figure it out. It is what it is. It's this, again, I've got double stopped energy here. Something needs to stop on their side. Once that happens, you can move things on to calmer waters. They're in choppy water right now is the implication of that. I've got the Fool. It's a risk to come towards you, but it looks like it will be taken once perspective is reached. The Hangman is a new perspective, but right now it's the Hangman. That's where we are. I've got the card that proves it. Our stopped Knight of Pentacles. Holding the offer, feeling the connection, the sun's in the sky, but we're stopped. How do we get into this water? Do I want to go in this water? Will this water drown my horse? I don't know. That's a whole lot of Eight of Swords, isn't it? Getting up in your head, asking a bunch of stupid questions. Love requires the leap of faith, but someone needs to figure that out. Okay? Someone needs to figure that out. We're in a stopped energy right now. And that's not bad. It's fine. It's exactly how I predicted the end of February would play out. They're getting one more kick in the ass on the 28th. They got a kick in the ass with the North Node Pluto trine around the 14th, around Valentine's Day. Bringing stuff up from the depths, up to the surface. The Leo full truth moon gave them another kick in the ass. And they got one more with a tense angle between Jupiter and Pluto on the 28th. And that one's more of a punch in the face. Okay? It really is. So that explains March's energy of temperance. And everybody kind of balance coming to things. People finding out things. Forward movement. We'll see in the weekly reading I pull tomorrow. Tomorrow I do the same thing, but I clarify each card. Alright? And I have the universe added up at the end. We'll see where we go. And also that new moon in Pisces reading on Sunday that's planned for Sunday for all signs. That's going to be some powerful shit. Because that's going to take us through the first half of March. The first half of March is where most of the energetic activity is. And it's pretty powerful shit. So, that being said, I hope this reading was helpful. If you like this reading, please like, share, and subscribe. Appreciate all the subscribers, everybody who shares, and everybody who watches. Alright. Good luck, guys.